West Hollywood, they had prepared their classes for us to come in, and the students were so interested and respectful and listened to everything. But after I showed them my book and read poems, then we asked them to write poems too. So I would give a prompt and then allow them 15 minutes, 20 minutes to write their own poems. And when they were done, little by little, they would come up and share their poems. And the poems they wrote were just brilliant. They were just so interesting and so moving. And sometimes the kids were too shy, so they would ask their friend to read it for them, then ask me to read it for them. But it just was just the greatest experience doing that with them. So one of the prompts that we gave them was write a poem about your favorite superhero. And this is the poem that I got for myself. I wanted biceps, big like yours, with a hula girl tattoo who danced as I flexed, and forearms of steel, real threats to the bullies who chased and haunted me. I wanted your strength, your rich green spinach. I'd watch you squeeze open the can with your bare, macho hands, swallow it all in one gulp, and then take Brutus down without sweating a drop, or losing your gritty grin, scratchy, manly chuckle. I wanted your punch, Popeye. I needed you to teach me how to defend myself. And in the end, I longed to be your forever buddy. Puff, too, he lived by the sea and did magic tricks for little boys the way dragons can. We, fearless, frolicked in the autumn mist, best friends, and sailed free on a billowed boat, far from taunts or cuts of mean kids who didn't care for fantasy fun or innocence. I needed you, Puff, your spiked tail and commanding roar, for myself, every time I left home thinking I was all alone. Oh, and I lived the life of Superman long before I knew Clark Kent. Me hiding behind a secret, powering up to look like someone I was not, stealing my face when emergency called for me to save myself again and again. I needed you, Superman, your rock-square chin, your smiling sureness, each day as my world seemed in danger of being crushed. But in the end, I found Fred Rogers, me hopelessly fearful like Daniel's striped tiger, wondering where my next breath would ever come from. Mr. Rogers, he welcomed us all into his neighborhood, looked me in the eye and said I made his day a special one just by being me. I put on his cardigan, wore his navy kids, and took from him a voice, soft, sincere, for my own, to use the way a real hero simply must.
Keep going for Charlie Becker, Brings My Poems Gave Me, Living Writer Series author. I want to point out two things before we get to this next author. First of all, is Kaylin in the house? Is Miss Youngblood in the house? Yeah. All right. But before I call you up, I want to point out two things. First of all, in the silent auction, we have this very lovely baskets. I'm going to get my Vanna Black on right now. And the basket has so much cool stuff in it. There's some wafers with cocoa.